Set you guys right here for a minute. That's weird. Oh, getting dumb. Anyway, wait for some people to come in. This off. Turn this on. That's a little better. That's a little better. That's a little better. It's raining, freezing rain, sleet / snowflake occasionally right at the moment. What it's been doing for 2 days now in the morning. In the middle of the week, it's supposed to be nice. But we need it to be nice on the weekends. Wow, that looks so much better. Wow. Hello, one person. I'm here. Just waiting for some people to come in. Ooh, let's focus. Let's focus. Probably because my lens is dirty. Hello, Gemma. How are you? Nice to see you. I'm just kind of waiting for some people to come in, but maybe nobody wants to watch me anymore. I don't know. We just finished painting, and I've not really seen it like this. And I really like it, because remember, it was this color before. And now it's not. We got that wall done. So exciting. I'm doing good. Motivated to get busy and get some work done while I chat with some friends. How are you? It's sleeting, icing, freezing rain, occasional snowflake weather here. It's just yucky outside. And I'm wearing a headband because I'm still growing out the hair, and it's not a fun process. And I'm growing out my red. I'm not going to be red anymore. I'm going to go to my natural color for a minute. Give my hair a break. Oh, Gemma, I need to do that. I have skinny clothes and fat clothes, and well, we all know what clothes I'm in right at the moment. And I got to do laundry. It's never ending. I can't find any of my long pants. I don't have a lot because, well, I'm not buying any more fat clothes because I'm going to lose weight, but I couldn't find any of them. That's because they were all upstairs in my bedroom. I should probably journey in there more often, except to sleep. But I got to clean up this room. This room looks nice from this angle, but if I point the camera down, it's not so nice. But I am really liking this color better than green. Oh, hello, Jalen. How are you? I'm liking this color. Yeah. Kahim Mini, hey! How is it going? So I guess first on my list today is to re-clean this room so that next weekend, or whenever Dan feels like it, he can do whatever he has to do to it. We still have to paint trim. We still have to rip up the floor. We still have to put a door back there. And on the staircase, the railing right there that's real light, we are going to stain it darker so it matches the rest of the woodwork. Then we're going to tear into the bathroom. Oh, we have to replace the door. We'll have to go get it. And our truck don't get around too well in the ice and the snow. And bullcrappery. Okay, I'm gonna sit you guys on the washer. Hopefully it don't do that crazy thing where it shakes. So, how has everyone been? The yardstick. Oh, you guys are gonna shake there. Gosh darn it. Well, when all else fails, you just go up higher. There we go. Now maybe I can turn on this overhead light. Look at the yardstick. Maybe I can turn on this. Aha, yeah. Then we can shut off that. There. Oh, that will be interesting, Gemma. That is not legal here. We're one of the states that it is not legal. Seriously? Did you just do that? Seriously? Did I set you there all nice and perfect? You have to fall. Oh. Okay guys, I'll be back as soon as I'm done fighting with this yardstick. That's what it was for. Okay. Sorry, I was over there fighting with a... Hey, Story Dory, I got some nice freezing rain, sleet, and an occasional snowflake if you want it. How did the cat toy get down here? The cats weren't even allowed down here. Oh. My flowers, so I'm going to take out to my mom. And by the time it's St. Patrick's Day, I might actually be able to get out there to her. I'm beginning to wonder. Is that your name, Thomas? I could be calling you Thomas instead of the story of your dog. I woke up yesterday with it. We woke up this morning with it. Then Wednesday and Thursday, it's supposed to be in the 50s. And then back this weekend, we're supposed to be like wintry mix, snow, wintry mix, snow, wintry mix, snow. Mr. Groundhog Phil said that we were getting an early spring. I think he lied. It's a washer and dryer, catch all for everything. Like, oh, 11% off everything. My Menards. I love Menards. Let's see if it has anything I need. I'm going to buy a new sink. Hey, Metro. Ooh, yuck. Oh, yuck on the snow. Yuck. We're just getting enough that makes things turn a little frosty white. I'm looking at the Menards, even though it doesn't say it. Is there more to this? Our Thriftway ad. We don't shop there occasionally, but not much. It's expensive. But anyway, Menards. I shop there a lot. And when I go to Menards, I get to see Larry. I get to see Larry. I get to see Lori Facebook today, but There's nothing in here that I need. I need a new sink, but I don't need those sinks. No. No. Thank you, Tara. Local Inspiration sent me this. I figured I could wear this all the time since it looks kind of like Minnie. But I do have a Valentine's Day outfit over here on my couch that I'm gonna wear on Valentine's Day when I stream. And I have all my St. Patrick's Day stuff because I'm about as Irish as they come. So there's that. Right now I'm just trying to clear off my washer and dryer because it seems like it's the catch-all for everything. Especially in this room. Look, no green. It's all gone. There's no white spot. No white spot. It's all gone. We gotta do trim though. But we are debating on what we want to do with that. What color. So I told my husband that he could pick it up. So it's really sad because we have natural woodwork. I mean, it goes back probably 100 years. As you can see over here, they left that window alone. See how pretty that is? Unfortunately, the windows behind me, they did not. And I thought about stripping them down because I've done a lot of that in my time, so I know how to do it. But that trim piece right there along the top, there's a whole bunch of notches in it. And we'd have to take the whole dang thing apart, and it just seems like too much work. Hey, Triple D, look at this. Let's go over here like this. Did we notice something about this wall over here? Well, besides I put my new shelf that I got for $1 up, but there's something really amazing. For the first time since we moved in here, we have trim right here. We had this trim piece. Remember, it was never there because when they put the shower in, they had to move it or they had to take it out. And it would be nice if they kept it, but they didn't. We don't know what they did with it. So now when you look over there, you don't see where the wall abruptly ends for the doorway. So we still have to stain it and all that, but we're going to do all the staining at one time because the railings right here, we stained them too light. I want to stain them like the color of the rest of the woodwork. Why am I a dork? Why do you call me a dork? My Valentine paper that Triple G sent me that I'm going to open maybe. Maybe not. There we go. Nobody loves me today. I'm back down to 0 people in my room. It is what it is. Let's go hang this on the refrigerator. I'll be right back. Have you ever felt like you're going on super slow-mo? That's how I feel today. Like I'm going in super slow motion. Maybe it's because I need to go refill my coffee cup. Well, thank you, Metro, for stopping by. I appreciate that. I've not been on anybody's channel, so I'm going to try to rectify that. But, yes, canned air, because we had a major meltdown last week over a computer that probably needed some of this. But anyway, I'm going to use it as my cleaning device. I have not been on YouTube As you can tell, we've been working. Yeah, I was in Cab 7's today, and see me and asked me if we were getting snow and ice. So Dave is getting snow and ice, and he confirmed what I also believe is that I'm sick and tired of winter. Sick and tired of it. Okay, so I have a funny story, guys. It involves my daughter, and if my daughter knew that I was telling this story, she'd probably like hit me with a hammer. But I think it's something maybe we've all done at one point. So hold a minute. I'll admit that I've done it, but so Kayla comes home from her boyfriend's house last night. Actually, it was yesterday afternoon. And she comes in with her big stuffed teddy bear that he bought her. Oh, sweet little love, you know. And she comes in and takes care of some things, gets ready to go to work. Gets in her car. Now, we own nothing but horses. And one thing that we've replaced on all the horses we've owned. Okay, internet. One of Kayla's problems is when she goes to start the car, she like holds over the ignition way too long. So when she came in and said what I'm about to say, you'll see that this is no surprise. But she comes in and she says, okay, anyway, she comes in and she says, my starter just went out. I was like, oh gosh, no, because that's $150, if not more. And so her dad runs out to check it. And I'm sitting here thinking, of course, it's income tax time. Of course, everything's gonna go wrong, go out, right? So Dan comes in and he doesn't say anything. I said, so is her starter out? And he said, no. I said, what was wrong with her car? She didn't put it in park when she came home. Fortunately, our driveway is very level, so it stayed. So when she went to go to work, she went to turn on the car, nothing. You know how it is when you can't turn your car on unless it's in drive or in park. I laughed hysterically for about 15 minutes. And then this morning when she came down, because I went to bed before she got home last night, I started hysterically laughing again. I said, I'm glad you don't have to buy a new starter, Kayla. I don't know what I'm going to do with her. I really don't. She's absent-minded like that. My mother-in-law, God bless, rest her soul. My mother-in-law, she is so much like my mother-in-law. I love my mother-in-law. I loved her to death. But Gail was just like, so like floaty. And if you gave her more than 2 tasks to do, it was like, you know, and Kayla is so much like her, it's not even funny. And so her not putting her car in park don't surprise me any. The other funny, oh yes, that's right. My memory is about yay long. I didn't have a good memory to begin with, and then I had fibromyalgia, and that just took out what memory I had. So the other thing that happened that I thought was kind of funny was Dan works with this guy named Floyd. Now, you know how you can racially profile people or whatever, how you profile people? Okay, I'm guilty of this. My husband's worked with him for a year and a half, 2 years, something like that. And he always talks about him. His name is Floyd. He still uses a flip phone. I'm just giving you what I know about this guy. His name is Floyd. He still uses a flip phone. He goes to estate auctions all the time. His wife was a really bad diabetic. That's not compliant. His wife was the one that sent me Amish bread. Also gave me the cool salt and pepper shakers from all the state sales we go to. Okay, so with that being said, oh, and this guy is just like, his thinking stopped like in 1960 maybe. So I always thought that this guy was on the verge of retirement from everything Dan said about him. I thought maybe he was late 50s, early 60s, somewhere in there. Dan told me yesterday that Friday he was mad because his wife keeps taking over the TV. Not just the TV, but the TV set. So let's throw that in there. Floyd, flip phone, estate sales, TV set. And so I'm thinking, yeah, this guy must be really old. I said, why don't he just watch his phone, YouTube on his phone or whatever. I said, oh yeah, he has a flip phone. I said, I know it's hard for older people to get used to smartphones. He said, well, he's not that old. I said, what do you mean? I thought he was like knocking on retirement's door. He is 36. This whole time. He has been talking about Floyd, making him sound like he's ready to go to the nursing home. And he's 36. 36. My good grief. I still don't believe him. But come on, his name is Floyd. I mean, names don't really have ages attached to them, but Floyd is a pretty old name. He watches a television set. Who calls them television sets anymore? He goes to the state sales. I mean, not that that has an age to it, but can you see where I thought that this dude was old? Hey, Joe. Oh, I was punching you out. I don't know. Supposedly someone else in the community has that problem, but they were caught not being truthful about that, so I don't know. Good morning, Queen of Crazies. Welcome to the Crazies house. Would you like me to turn? I will turn. No. Do you want me to call for you? Well, I already got the laundry, so not that. Not the laundry. Nope, I didn't call for you. Sorry. I'll call for you next time. Okay, we need some coffee. Because, so those are my two stories. Thankfully, we don't have to put a new starter in anything. That was really worrisome there for a minute. Like, my God, we just put a new battery. I really don't want Dan out in the snow and the ice. And land of the ice and the... Not good at singing Led Zeppelin. But anyway, well, man, I don't want him out there having to crawl around on a cold, icy ground because we don't have a garage. Not yet. Put a new starter on her car. Thank God she's been put in park. But she knew I told you that story. Oh, she was so mad when I was laughing this morning. But I'm one of them moms, man. I can't help it. I couldn't help it. It was hilarious. Okay. Now we may proceed. And my water. You guys have these waters? These are the most, this is a brand new bottle. These are the most yankiest bottles. I told Dan to go get me a 24-pack of water. And he bought me a 6-pack of these Yankee waters. And so, I told him to go buy me a 24-pack of more expensive water so I could drink them, and then refill them. He brought me the same one, so, you know, I'm trying not to spill my coffee. That's why I'm walking in super slow mode. There we go. Coffee, water. I have to drink a lot of water because of this new diabetes pill I'm on. The coffee counts too, but I try to drink both at the same time, so I get my adequate. I don't like water, so I switch back and forth, which is better for me. And these janky bottles. Love him. Drives me nuts, but loves him. Loves him. Loves him. Love him. Wanda, can you not speak? Oh. I am really liking the background now when I pull it closed. Now that's not great. Now look over here. We even painted the door because it was dirty, nasty, dirty from the people who lived here before. So we painted the door. Although we too got to work on it because we noticed at some point in this house's past, oh, I have a big scrape on my washer. That's what you get for being a shirt washer. That somebody had kicked in the door at one time. So eventually we're going to have to take that whole door apart and fix the frame around it so it doesn't look so bad. But my friend Marcia is, you know, the one that we were doing the wiring for. She is tearing down her house. And so that's where we're going to do the floor. Plus, I want to nab some doors from her. She has a brand new outside door. She has a door that goes into her laundry room that used to be a porch, and it has a window in it. But I think I'm going to put it on right there and put a curtain on the bathroom side of it, on the window, because that used to be a porch. Kind of bring it back to its heyday. Anything to have a normal door on there. Anything. So what's everybody up to today? Those are dirty. I'll put that there. I'm trying to find the laundry, but I forgot to hauled it all into the... Dan hauled it all into the living room because we was working in here. And there's just no space in here because I gotta do some of these dressers. Hey Turtle, how are you? Nice seeing you. I'm just doing some laundry. And so far this is all my daughter's crap. The one who don't know how to put her car in work. Her clothing. Well, that was easy. Good grief, YouTube. Be nice to me. I'm doing good. We spent all weekend working on this room. If you remember, this room used to be green. It's not green anymore. All we have left to do is the trim. In fact, this wall is even all put back together. I gotta find something to put on my new shelf. I'm trying to find something that can go up there that may be able to, oh, this washer, that might be able to fall from a long distance and not break, because the upstairs door is on that wall right up there, and it tends to slam. It sounds like every time Ray goes upstairs, somebody's mad. It just sounds really loud and slams. It's the nature of the door. So I don't want to put anything on that shelf on that wall that might vibrate off and break. One basket in. Hold on, I must retrieve another. So how's everybody this Monday morning? It's icing, raining, sleeting, freezing rain, yuck outside. Daniel is off to work. Kayla's off to school. Ariel thinks I'm yelling for her when I'm not. I don't know why she thought I was yelling at her. When I do yell at her, she'll hear me, so that's kind of funny. I hope Kayla puts her car in park when she gets to school. Yeah, that's... I'm cleaning up this room real good because next weekend we're hopefully paint and trim, and hopefully in the next 2 weeks to 3 weeks the weather will straighten up, where we can start yanking out this first floor that I'm currently standing on and replacing it with a new floor. Old new floor, because we're using recycled flooring. And I'm excited for that. Very excited for that. I don't know how long I've waited to have a good floor in here. And actually, we started this project in here March 2 years ago. That's when we painted it green. And my mom went to nursing home, and that's when activity ceased in here, and we never came back to it till now. So, which I'm kind of glad, because I do believe the color I chose now is a lot better than that green. I don't know what I was thinking when I decided to paint this green. I really don't. Or when I decided to paint the rest of the house green. I hate green. I mean, I like John Deere just because roots, family roots, whatnot, but why was I painting everything green? I don't know. Is the weather bad where you are right at the moment, Triple D? Oh, I went to go put this in the drawer that you see right here. It's not right there anymore. I mean, obviously it is if you're hauling salt, but I mean, is it currently? Casper's being an asshole. Which he tends to do a lot. Try to take a nice relaxing bath. Casper has to be in the bathroom with you. There's no getting out of it. You're trying to take a nice relaxing bath because you're sore and you want to soak in your Epsom salt and your coconut oil, and you have a cat that's batting your head. They're just set them inside my room. I don't know. Kayla did, so just set them in my room. I gotta figure out what they are. Just set them in my room. Kayla came and said that everything in her room wasn't hers, and I said, well, get rid of it then. My nephew and his family lived here for a minute, and used her room while she was away at college. And I guess it's their stuff. I don't know. Well, crap, I gotta go through. I'm telling you what, I am gonna fill my car to the brim And I'm going to go to town and I'm going to drop it off to the Goodwill because, quite frankly, I'm over all this crap. I've been saying that forever. I mean, I really have to. There's just nowhere to go with the crap anymore. Nowhere. This room is so cluttered, it don't need to be cluttered. I have this futon here. I don't want to get rid of it because the minute I get rid of it, somebody will come here and stay and need a place to sleep. But where do I put the futon? I don't know. It was my mom's. These dressers in the right here, they were my mom's. Not even like, she bought them at an auction. They're not even family heirlooms. But when I had given them to my nephew. But when my nephew became an ass, I took them back. Now I probably just need to get rid of them again. I need to put on Facebook, come take this crap away. Because I have so many dressers. Let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 8 dressers for 4 people. And unlike most old houses of this age, we have pretty big closets. In fact, they even made one of my room even bigger. Turned it into a janky walk-in closet, but there's no reason that I should have 8 dressers. No reason whatsoever. So I just need to quit hoarding crap and get rid of it. Just get rid of it. So my mom would say, if you don't need that, get rid of it. So she told me when I was going through her stuff and she was at the nursing home, you take what you need, but if you don't need it, just get rid of the crap. She didn't say crap. My mom kind of had a potty mouth at times. Whenever I got it. I'd like to put it on Facebook and say, hey, $10 or something, because they're old. In pretty good shape. But then nobody would come get them because it's nasty outside. Hold on, I'll be right back. It would be super cool if my app would quit crashing. Marie, hello! How are you? Yeah, I think I should sell them. Sell them for cheap, get them out of my house. One less thing, you know? Oh, light's kind of blind, I'm sorry. Let's see what the precipitation's doing outside. Raining. Is it freezing? Kind of. Yay. That makes me nervous. In the last two houses, because they're on the same property, we lived in, the electrical lines were underground. They're not here. And I have a tree limb above my electrical line, and the only thing on your property is your responsibility. And it's icing and snowing. I was like, what the? I'm so over winter. I don't know. So Marie, are you still in here? I got we painted and got one wall, like, put back, all the stuff, put back on it. No more green. What happened, Marie? Another emergency? What was your emergency, Marie? Take away. Oh no! Oh my! Oh. How did that happen, Marie? Oh no! And didn't you just fill it up? That kind of stuff terrifies me. My brother, who's technically my half brother, I don't usually use half siblings, but in this case, I have to for context. They live on the reservation, and they did not have running water out there for years and years and years. And they had a cistern, and they got running water, and I guess they just left the cistern, I don't know, or haphazardly covered it up. And it was at my dad's ex-wife's house. And one day they noticed that it was kind of caving in, and they didn't want, I had my two brothers lived on each side of my dad's ex-wife, and they didn't want their kids, one had 5, 6, the other one had 3, they didn't want them falling into it, so they called the tribe up, because that's what you get to do when you're native, and had them come backfill the cistern in so there would not be no danger. But what had happened was, while they were doing that, they busted the propane line, and it caused the entire content of the propane tank to leak in the basement. And my dad had just been out there. This happened in, I want to say June. So my dad had just been out there and sealed up the basement tight, because they were complaining about their electricity bill and all that. So the basement was tight. And so all that propane went into the basement. Well, they fixed the propane line not knowing that all the propane went into the basement. Filled up the propane tank. My dad's ex-wife called my brother Dwayne over to relight the pilot light on the hot water heater. And he never made it down the stairs. They don't know if, and he doesn't remember. He thought he was in a car wreck, to be honest. They don't know if he was lighting a cigarette or checking a lighter to see if it worked or what happened, but he never made it. He made it halfway down the stairs and the house exploded. And he was burnt over 97% of his body. Kayla was, oh gosh, she had just turned a year that September. That following September, yeah. And so that's how long ago it's been. They gave him a 2% chance of surviving. He survived. I mean, he can't do anything. I mean, his fingers are like this. He can't straighten them up. And that's really funny when he flips you off, because he flips you off like this. But, you know, sometimes you joke on a bad situation. But ever since then, I am terrified of that. I'm terrified of wood-burning stoves. I'm just terrified. If I smell gas, I freak out. The gas line to our dryer wasn't tight all the way one day, and I could smell gas. I freaked out. I left the house. That stuff terrifies me. It was a double-wide trailer that sat on a full walkout basement, and it blew the house 3 feet off the ground and put it back. So, with that being said, Marie, I am so thankful you're okay. I love my gas dryer, and in the case with my brother, it wasn't a gas dryer, it was hot water heater and a basement full of propane. Um, I I got my dryer, I don't know how many of you frequent auctions, but you know, there towards the end, this washer, oh my goodness. Oh my, towards the end of the auction, they just throw stuff in big piles and nobody wants it. Well, I ended up buying my 1949 Westinghouse roaster, this dryer, and a few other things for $1. And at the time, I did not need a dryer, but my dryer went out. And I said, well, good thing we got that dryer out in the shed, and we just brought it, and we've been using it ever since. But everything in our house is gas, but it's still, if I smell gas, I will freak out, and I will call somebody to come figure out the source of it, because I don't play when it comes to that stuff. No way. You know, my washer had been behaving, and now it's not behaving again. I hate this washer. Does your like house insurance or anything cover that, Murray? Oh, I always do. An electric dryer can catch on fire just as quick as a gas dryer. I mean, if you don't clear out your lint trap or clear out your air intake that goes outside. Actually, ours goes to the basement, but I had that problem in the old house, in our double wide. All of a sudden, my dryer would not dry. And I asked all them, why would my dryer not dry? The lint trap was good, it was running, the whole 9 yards. And so, my father-in-law told me to go outside and put my hand up the vent. You know, the vent that runs outside. Make sure it was not clogged with lint. I sticking my hand up there, nobody, So my father-in-law came over, and he had a stick, and he poked it up there, which is what he meant for me to do, but there was 2 snakes up in there. Could you imagine? I am terrified of snakes. I'm not terrified of a lot, but I'm terrified of snakes. Could you imagine me reaching up there? I would have been dead. Somebody would have came home and found me dead in the yard. Oh. So now, after that, we put a little, like, screen so the snakes can go up there. I hope it does, Murray. That's a lot of money. How did it tip over? Was it the wind, or? Because here we have propane tanks. We're not on propane. We have natural gas, but, But anyway, when they put up the propane tank, they have it like really secured, like in a cradle. And hello, alien. I've been talking to you, but I don't think I ever said hello. Well, so not my damn clothes off. We've washed clothes for a week. It's not done this. Oh, see here our propane tanks are like in concrete, like cradles. And they're in a round, like oval, long shaped thing, and then they sit in these little cradles. This damn washer. I'm so... Oh. How am I supposed to get anything done when they're shaking my clothes off the washer? So, your propane people... Is it propane? I guess things are done different in different places. Here, when they come to fill up the propane, they have to check everything before they fill it up. They have to make sure that, you know, everything's in working order before they fill it up. Do they not do that there? Maybe I won't clean in here today. Maybe I'll do some work on the computer. Because clearly I'm not going to be able to live stream in here. I know, but when they come and they put the fuel in there, don't they do like a safety inspection? I know that when they come and fill up propane tanks around here, the person who does, I mean, they don't do an in-depth one, but they check like major things, like its stability and the cap and all that stuff. Like, say here, if they looked and they seen that the leg to the tank, which would not happen because I think ours are all concrete here, if they seen that it was rusty, they wouldn't fill it. I think that that would go back on to the propane company for filling an unsafe tank myself. Maybe some regulations need to be changed or something. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Marie. I mean, like, I don't know, maybe what the heck? Every state is different, but, like, they checked, okay, when my brother was in his accident, they checked, the propane line and everything. They even put their meter out. They did not detect the propane, though, because it was all locked in the basement. But, they checked to make sure everything was kosher on their end before they filled it up. That's why I wonder if maybe you should, go back on, oh, that washer, go back on the utility company for not doing their part. Or on the propane company. I should be getting a whole bunch of stuff done today, but just like every day, since I don't know when, I'm not. The main thing is that you're okay, Marie, and they got it cleaned up and all that, but seriously, I mean, now that we know everything's okay, I would really be going back on that propane company. For filling that propane tank when it was unsafe to fill it. Oh, I'm down to 2 people again. I don't know why nobody wants to come to my live streams. It must be boring. Actually, this is kind of why I haven't been streaming, because nobody comes in. Had dirt in my fingernails. That bothers me. There. You're welcome, Marie. I mean, I don't know. Every state may be different, but I know that I would think that if I ran a propane company and I put propane in a tank that wasn't secure, that had issues, and then something like that happened, I would think that that would be a huge liability. Because obviously, them probably banging into it or whatever they do to fill it probably caused that leg to weaken. And I know around here they like do a spot check to make sure the majority of the things are good. I mean, they don't do an in-depth inspection, but I mean, they make sure that the dang thing ain't gonna fall over. And ours are real, like, thick metal, so if they did fall over, it wouldn't leak. I don't know what, I'm gonna have to look up what yours is like. Ours are, they almost look like a Zeppelin. They're real long, oblong, and they have a valve on the top. That's where you fill it up at. And they sit in a little cradle so they don't roll away. And even if it did fall, I don't think it would spill anything. And I mean, around here, anyone who lives outside of city limits, you have propane tanks. There's no natural gas out in the country. Still not monetized, imagine that. I haven't been to my YouTube page. I haven't, like, done anything with my comments or nothing. So frustrating. So what's up, guys? Let's have a topic. I already told you about my daughter not knowing how to drive, and oh, our little depressed teenager boy is back with a different name. Checking my spam folder. There's quite a bit there. We have a chimney, but we don't have to have it clean. I missed a lot. Oh, Lori, are you still here? Hello. I missed you. She's good. You missed the story. She came home from her boyfriend yesterday and came running in the house, showed us her big teddy bear, got her, blah, 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 yum, love, woohoo. And then went upstairs and took care of some stuff, got ready for work, went to leave, and came in and yelled. I think my starter just went out in my car. And all of our vehicles, we've had to replace the starter and alternator in the last probably 2 years, except for hers, because she just got hers not that long ago. And she really, she's heavy on the ignition when she starts her car, so that didn't surprise me any. So Dan ran out. Good thing Good thing our driveway was level because she never put it in park. So when she went back out to go to work, it was not in park. So when she started her car, it wouldn't start because you know you gotta have your car in park in order for it to start. So thank goodness it was that, and our driveway was level. Or she'd ran into my neighbors, which would have been a fiasco, or she'd ran into my car. So she's doing all right. Yep, all is well with her. Both of them actually. Well, I've been on for an hour, and so I think I'm gonna get off here. Get up around the house. Live streaming is really frustrating when nobody comes to your live streams or says anything. So I don't have anything to really say.